Listen closely.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
Does he know something we don't? Listen closely.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
Does he know something we don't? Listen closely.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
Does he know something?
Hey, shalom, shalom. What do the BRICS know that the U.S. doesn't? What do the BRICS nations know that the U.S. doesn't? All right, gotta make this real quick. Had to do this video though. I'm pressed for time. Crazy days I have. But let's get right to it. First of all, I'd like to say, Kal Halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Ruach Wadash, Tawada, Yahweh for giving us Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Double honors to the CT bishops. Salutations to the brothers in this country and all over the world, prophesying in the true name of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, which is none other than the power of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody who are descendants from those people on their father's side. Shalom to those who are scattered abroad. I am Yaquab, Lord willing, serving the King of the universe. All right, which is King Yahushai, son of the Heavenly Father. So real quick, once again, the title is, what do the BRICS nations know that the U.S. doesn't know, right? And the clip you just saw in the beginning of the video is basically the Kenyan president, all right? Kenyan president, which is part of the BRICS nations of South Africa, all right? Right under South Africa, right at the borderline of South Africa, I believe. And, you know, he made basically, this is a video I saw since last week. Today's what, Tuesday, I don't even know what date it is, Tuesday the 20-something, 24th or something like that. I don't know what the date, but anyway, I saw this video last week and finally got a chance to make a video on it. You know, the video, the Kenyan president, you know, that was pretty, the thing I noticed, along with all the stuff that we already know about the economy, already know the dollar's crashing, first and foremost through the scriptures, which I want to bring out two scriptures to bring it out by the prophecies. First and foremost, I want to show it forth through two scriptures. Excuse me. The thing that got me is his confidence. All right, and his sarcasm. Okay, his sarcasm and his confidence, and kind of like we finally gonna get you kind of tone, because it's really the BRICS nations are set up against the G7, I believe. I forget, I can't remember all of them. You know, which is Canada, America, France, you know, some of the European nations, which are the top economies of the world. You know, but there's it's about to be replaced, which is by the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, which is the head of them all. I did a show on that last week. Gog, the head of, it should be a guard onto them. Russia, which Russia goes back to the Hebrew word Ra'ash, which means the heading or head of the nations. You know, Shar, which goes back to prince, so head prince of all those nations. You know. And Russia's back in Brazil. They're back in India. they're backing China and they're backing South Africa. All right, which again, that was the Kenyan president of one of the Kenyan president, and they're all trading in petrodollars. They're trading in real sources because Africa has a lot of real sources there, not digital sources. Not computing digital sources. All right, and see what I'm talking about. But we're in hell, bro. We're in hell, man. But anyway, I had to do this video. So anyway, you get the point that the BRICS are that set up there to combat the G7 nations, and and Saudi Arabia, which is the biggest player in this, because they really control the oil. It's over. All right, it's been over, and Russia is already leading in as far as natural gas anyway. Their economy is booming, and you already know the deal. Okay, and there's 40 nations that already applied to the BRICS nations, and I think 27 nations are pending. All right, so they're gonna join, and it's gonna be complete. They make up 40% of the world's population now. This is before the 40 or the 27 who has applied. Ethiopia just joined. Egypt just joined. Turkey, I believe. By the end of it, it's gonna be 80 of the world's population that's under the BRICS nations. So this dollar is gonna crash. Now, this video was from a week ago. So I was looking at a brother, Amawanga Bar, our beloved brother, his video for a few minutes, and he used to find out information or some TikTok video. He said, going into that, there's a date on the dollar collapsing, which is January 1st or something like that, 2024. But what this Kenyan president was saying, he was saying in a few weeks. You know what I mean? Whether it be January 1st or a few weeks from now, I believe it's going to be before then. But whatever the case is, we've been saying, Storm from Pastahar, that this is only a few months away. You know what I mean? And remember, let's not forget what this year is called. This year is called the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. You know what I mean? So again, I'm gonna finish the show. We're gonna bring out these two scriptures. But again, what do the BRICS nations know that the U.S. economy doesn't know? The U.S. people don't know. It's over. They're really conspiring amongst themselves to bring down America, but they're joining, man, to go against America, man. They got some up their sleeve, and they're confident about it, and they're sure about it, man. But we know at the end of the day, it's Yahweh Shai that's controlling us, who really controls the market, who's really controlling the world, and is bringing financial damage to America anyway, all right? It's really the Most High doing this. But anyway, let's read these scriptures I got. This is Zechariah. This is Zechariah. Like I said, pressed for time. I just had to do this video. Couldn't go another day without doing it. It's real quick. This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 9. I'm going to get right to the point because I got to hurry up. It says, Zechariah 1 and 10. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be, 1 and 11. It says, howl ye, inhabitants of Maktesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off, because Maktesh was known as a place of silver, people that sold abundance of silver and silver and gold, but mostly silver, rich in silver, and they were selling it. It was basically like an ancient, like we would like to say, like an ancient Wall Street, all right? And So really, it's talking about the international bankers, but you could bring it down to the keepers of Wall Street and the stock market today. Really, the stock market. All right. So, and what upholds the stock market is the dollar, right? The stocks, and the stocks are about to crash because nobody's putting stock and investing in America anymore. It's been liquidated for over 15 years now, right? It's about to crash. So again, it says, how will ye inhabitants of Maktesh? For all the merchant people are cut down, and all that bear silver are cut off. It shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled in their lees, that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, nor will he do evil, because this is the time of great judgment. And while the stock market crashes, while everybody gets their, the dollar collapses, right? Who's gonna punish it? All of Americans, and who's made up in America? The 2/3 of Israel, right? You got a lot of sellouts in Israel that lived it up during their slavery, during their judgment of America, right? And sold out, like we already know, false camp leaders, the regular dumb 2/3 nigga on TV, like Shaq or Barkley, or judges or doctors or politicians, politicians. But the Lord's going to search all you Israelites, man, who sold out to the system, right? And with that, with you selling out, you were settled in your leads. You got your feet kicked up. The leads represent like basically, you know, like something that's settled in what's the word? I can't figure it out. And like, let's say wine, or the dregs of wine, or a juice that you maybe make a smoothie, and all the bits of the smoothie or blend, something you blended, is at the bottom. You know, it settles at the bottom. So that's what it's supposed to represent: relaxing and settling. And that's where all the flavor is too. Or where you make coffee, the coffee grounds go at the bottom of a coffee cup, right? So that's what settling is. And they've settled in a society. They've you know, tasted the luxurious life. So it says, how ye, right? So the Lord's going to search Israel, man, and punish them. The Lord will not do good, and neither will he do evil. And these people who are sold out, they don't believe in the Lord anyway. They don't believe that they believe America is going to go on. They believe they're going to keep allowed to keep doing what they're doing, and you know, to continue to be sold till they die, right? But the Lord got a surprise for you. It said, therefore their goods shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation, and they shall also build. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them. You know, so you got many people, sellouts, building homes. Their homes are gonna get spoiled. You're gonna come to desolation. You're gonna be, homes are gonna be broken into, if they're not already. The stock market is gonna crash, and then you're gonna lose everything, all your investments, right? It says, they shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof. The great day of the Lord is near. It is near and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That's right, because at the end of the day, you still have Jakes investing, building homes, building businesses, and investing in the future, thinking this place is going to go on, and things of that nature. But all that, your dream's going to be wiped away when the stock market crashes, man. Which you saw this Kenyan president just say it's weeks away. They have some up their sleeve, and they know that with these deals, these major deals, that's why everybody's joining the B.R.I.C.S nations, because they know something's coming. A collapse is coming. That's why the guy said, you better, if you bookkeepers out there, you people who are into numbers, he said, you better do something quickly. You better do what you got to do quickly. Right? Because it's about to go down, man. All right, so let me finish up in James. book of James. This is James chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries. Just like it says in Zephaniah, howl, right? You're going to be crying and weeping out there for your miseries that come upon you. Your riches are corrupted. Your garments are moth-eaten. Because at the end of the day, this is happening because you people are corrupt. All right? And it was only a matter of time that the rest was going to catch up to you, man. That your filthy, wicked life was going to catch up to you. You know, all you sellouts, all the merchant keepers, and people who made money off of the blood, sweat, and tears of the slaves, and also who sold that to the system, right? So your days is coming, man. It's just caught up. Right, all that corruption has come to a head. It says, your gold and your silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be witness against you, right? And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have heaped treasure together for the last days. And you best believe people are weeping up treasure. You know, that's why you got these, these banks merging, and people taking out money here, investing here. You got Esau messing with the stock market. You know, you got people heaping up treasures, heaping up food. You know, people so-called selling their companies to sell it and then get a big payback off that. Why? Because they're heaping their treasures for the collapse. Behold, the hire of the laborers he reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord Sabaoth, which is Yahweh Shai. Right? Because the ones who are crying, who's this really affected? The poor. You know, you've stolen money from the poor, which is Israelites. You know, the people who are struggling. You know, you stole the people, you stole poor people's money. You know, which is really Israel. Their identity, their wealth, their patent designs, everything, their knowledge. It says, ye have lived in pleasure, and overall, they're taxing them and just all the stuff you've done, exploiting Jake, whether it be athletes, doctors, TV analysts, or sport, whatever. You've robbed Jake. You have lived in pleasure in all the earth and been wanton. You have nourished in your hearts as in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and doth not resist you. Right? But patient, and self-explanatory, man. You have killed the just and continue killing. Through music, through putting our women against this, through abortion, through the culture that you made up, the hip hop, the black culture, your philosophies, your school system, etc., man. Be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Now, this is a message to the elect. So be patient, be giddy. We still gotta suffer. You know, as you can see, we're still suffering. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he receive the early latter rain. Be ye also patient, establish your hearts. Yeah, because who's more patient than the Lord? He died on the cross. He went up to on the right hand of the Heavenly Father. He's just patiently waiting to have his day. So nobody's more patient and more suffering than when the Lord was here, and as he's continuing to be patient as we speak now. Right? So nobody's more suffering. He's still suffering to come back and execute the Most High's Abba Yahweh's judgment, the Father's judgment. Right? Be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord is draweth nigh. Grudge not once against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. So any brothers grudging or any kind of animosity towards any brothers, cut it out, man. You know, because the Lord's here, man. And really, this is the essence of this truth, is to be here and to wake up the brothers. The elect are our brothers. You know, the 1/3, we're family because we do the will of the Father. Right? So cut it out. 11, behold, we count them happy with endure. Ye have heard of the page. Okay, so that was it. You know, nobody's more patient than our Lord, who's on his way back. And we see through the collapse of the dollar, through this Hamite Kenyan president through the BRICS nations have something up their sleeve, you know, whether it be January 1st or earlier, or a few weeks from now, or a few months, whatever. Well, it's only an end of the year, a few months left, that we know that it's over, man. And we've been saying it here, starting with apostles of GMS and on down to the spirit of our Lord, the spirit of prophecy, which is the spirit of prophecy. It's over, you know. So we share the same afflictions and sufferings, but that's a great token of Yahweh Shemai Shai. Anyway, hope you're edified. Shalom. Kal halal Yahweh Shemai Shai. Ba'ashem Kodash.